Okay, welcome back everyone, Zaf here to yet another juicy Soul Virus video. As you know, the Baron update is coming out in about a week, so how should you prepare? Very important, do not waste your summoning tickets because Baron has weaknesses that you should focus on. A lot of you are skipping the current banners, that being for the two sisters, Harper and Charlotte, but if you do skip them, what hunters should you focus on to get the best result on the Baron update? The new game mode should be quite hard to do. The devs have stated in comparison to Vulcan, it should be similar to easy normal Vulcan based on its initial release from my understanding here. So it's not going to be too easy to do. A lot of players won't be able to do it, but that doesn't mean you can't do it. If you prepare correctly, you'll have a good shot. So let me show you exactly what you need to do. But first off, really quick, as a reminder, do not forget to support. Thank you everyone who is supporting. We just hit the 10,000 supporter mark yet again, so thank you everyone, especially to my top 10 supporters, but also to everyone who is supporting, of course. Make sure to update your names, so they're not just an ID, so I can give you a proper shout out, but make sure you support, it's free. You get free codes by doing so. Right now we've gotten 2 codes so far, we're gonna get 3 more coming out very soon. My best bet is the next one will be for 1000 essence, so press that support button, the link is down below. That way I can send you these 2 codes right here. As you can see, I have tens of thousands of codes left, so make sure you support. And also make sure you subscribe to the channel. We're almost at the 100,000 mark, so let's reach that milestone together. And really quick congrats to Phantom for being the first commenter on our last short, and also to Doink Master for being the first commenter on our recent video. Here are your shoutouts and enjoy your juicy Discord role. And I do want to remind everyone we do have a live stream coming out. The link will be down below. This is for the Korean Championship stream. There will be new codes and they should be very juicy, so don't miss out. It should be a fantastic time. So with Baron coming out, he's weak to Dark and Wind, which is honestly very good. A lot of us have skipped the sister banner, which wasn't very appealing. But at least we know that does not mean you have to summon for them to be Baron. That's a very good sign. And also something that's very notable here is that we don't need specific hunter skills to be Baron. That's much better than before. With Vulcan, you needed either Malin or Dongso to actually beat the boss. Though honestly, who was using Dongso? Not me. Everyone had Malin Fisher. If you didn't, it was a tough battle. You'd have to run an ultimate build, but anyways, going back to Baron, it's very good that we have the Wind Elemental type available. But what does that mean? What should you do? Should you summon right now for these sisters or should you wait? Well, there are some interesting developments here. If I scroll down, right here, very important to note, in the rate up draw banner, Cha, Alicia, Malin, Yuso Hyun, and also Mirai including Hansame will be added to the banner. So that means when you lose a 50-50, you have these hunters in the pool as well, which is huge if you ask me. So honestly, just because of this fact, I wouldn't really summon for the sisters. It wouldn't be worth it. It doesn't seem that we'll need them for future content, so right now, if you're pressed for your summons, if you want the most value out of them, I recommend waiting for the Baron update to hit, for these hunters to be added to the rate of draw. That way when the new hunter comes out, that is Gina of course, who is supposedly a fire support or maybe a fire mage DPS, we'll have to see. You'll summon on her banner, and you'll have these fantastic 50-50 losses. Because as you know, if you fail a rate up draw, where you get an SSR that isn't the rate up draw banner, you're gonna get hunters like Wu, like certain weapons, but now you can get these fantastic hunters, which we otherwise couldn't have before. Let me show you right here, under the raid info, you can see, we have Jiwoo, we have Emma, Lee Bora, Dong So Min, Wu, Lim, and Yunho, but no other top tier hunter from our previous rate up draws. So this is a very welcome change. Complete W, happy to see it. So right now I don't think it's worth summoning for, but that also potentially includes your custom draw banners when it comes to your current rate up list. I feel like you should definitely try focusing on new hunters based on the Baron update, or rather just wait. I recommend you wait for Baron to be released, that way we can see what hunters we potentially need, so you don't waste your summons right now, because with the Baron update coming out, we're getting new features in the game. That specifically being right here to the core update. So we're getting new cores that give us attack, defense, etc. And this of course is based on the rewards the upper floors of the workshop give us, so it is very important to beat Baron. I'm sure this will give us a lot of combat power, a lot of power in general, a lot of attack, defense, etc. So make sure you do have the resources to beat Baron, otherwise you're in store for a very bad time. Your progression will be halted because these are obviously going to be very viable. So going back to our rate up list, for example, honestly speaking, there are only 3 hunters that really come to mind when it comes to beating Baron right now. That being Mirai, that being Wu of course, and also Hanseme. Where is she? Oh, she's not added just yet. So Hanseme will be added basically right after this update hits. So I do recommend waiting, that we can potentially get summons for her. Very, very important. Hanseme was released for Go, so we can summon for her next. I don't think Go will be added right away. They're probably going to delay him, which will suck just a little bit. But at least Hanseme will be in here, so if you want to potentially summon for hunters that will aid you in Baron, it'll be Mirai, it'll be Hanseme, it'll be Wu, but what about their advancements? What is the vital points for them? So let me explain that really quick for you. But also, again, I don't recommend summoning right now, just wait. There's no rush, especially because Hanseme isn't even in here yet, so do wait. It's always good to wait in this game, there's no rush right now. But going back to our hunters with Mirai, there are certain advancements that do help her out a lot more than the other ones, of course. Obviously, your A5 is fantastic, but that's not what you're looking for. You're wondering what point you should get her to. Well, honestly, when it comes to A3, that is one of the best points for her because her basic attacks and core attacks charge up her mana and power gauge by 1%, and they also decrease some of her cooldowns, which is very important to her kit. A2 as well is very good, paired with her weapon, she can ultimate right away, giving her a ton of damage, and A1 is honestly a must in my opinion. When you use her basic skill right here, it gives her a 12% attack and crit rate bonus, absolutely needed. So A1 is a must, A2 is good, A3 is fantastic as well. So that's a good thing about Mirai. Her first 3 advancements are actually very, very good. Even her 4th one is fantastic. So having win team members on your team give her a 10% win elemental damage bonus, stacking up to 3 times, so very, very strong. So overall, when it comes to Mirai, any advancement point is good for her. Just get it to A1 at least. That we can start stacking on the effects, which give her a ton of damage, but when it comes to Hanseme, you don't need her to A5. A1 is actually good enough. It's very, very strong, giving your team members a fantastic buff, but also A3 is good if Baron for some reason needs a ton, and I mean a ton of survivability. This basically makes her hunters immortal, which is very strong. So who knows, maybe A3 will be a must, but A4 and A5 not needed. At least if you're pressed for summons, otherwise, well, honestly speaking, A5 is really strong, but again, you don't need it. I would say A1 is the best value, but A3 can come in clutch, depending on how Baron is implemented, of course. Now, when it comes to Wu, very simple. Honestly speaking, if I go to his skills right here, A1 is already very good. It increases the break effect of a skill right here, and also you can use it 3 times, so honestly very strong. It also reduces the cooldown of a skill right here, so his A1 bonus is honestly needed for his kit, allowing him to break much, much faster. And that's all Wu is going to be used for, honestly speaking. He is going to be put in to break Baron, because we know for a fact Baron does have a break gauge, based on the recent dev notes, so Wu is actually going to be meta potentially. But if you don't have Wu, honestly speaking, you can use Harper, of course. If you summon for her, she is a fantastic breaker, and obviously for a break to work, she doesn't need other units, so she is self-sufficient. Her E has an almighty break, that's insane if you ask me. So you don't have to summon for Wu, not needed. If you have Harper, that should be good enough for this mode, but you have to remember Wu does provide buffs to our team if you have his weapon, for example, right here, giving us a win damage increase of up to 10% if the target enters the break state. So overall, fairly decent, and also, if you have Hanseme ranked up, and also Mirai, if you have her to A4, you do get bonuses for having win units on your team, making the run even easier, but again, we'll just have to see. It could be an instance where using Mirai, using Hanseme, and also Harper. I'm sure it's going to be interchangeable between Harper and Wu, but obviously with Wu, we're getting more bonuses from our win team, but again, we'll have to see. Not too many Dark Hunters to use right now, a lot of us don't have Silver Main, and honestly, based on the current content, there's no real point to summon for him right now, unless the devs do change him, or if his kit basically counters Baron, we'll have to see. But he's just one hunter I don't see being used at all right now, and honestly in the future as well. So yeah, hope you enjoyed again. Do wait to use your summons. And also potentially your special summons. Let's say you want to purchase a pass, you're better off waiting. If you're only purchasing it once, for example, if you wait until October the 16th, you can get these additional hunters in there. So great value if you ask me, including Phoenix Soul and also Zeke's Fragment. So make sure you wait. That way you get the most value out of your special summons. That pass is honestly the best value in the game right now. So if you're pressed for cash, just wait a little bit. Wait for the hunter pool and weapon pool to be updated. That way you get the most value. So again, hope you enjoyed. If you did, make sure to subscribe. Again, almost at the 100,000 mark. And do support us at the link down below. It's free. You get free codes by doing so. They should pop in within 12 hours of supporting. It'll be under your My page. Scroll down and it should be there. And on that note, this was your code King Zaf signing out. Drop a like, subscribe, comment down below. And thank you for watching.